When faced with the captain's questioning as squad leader, he could only apologize. So, Rick got demoted and yelled at in public. He got hit with the harshest punishment, and one setback after another made him doubt his life choices, thinking he's definitely not cut out for military life. So, he decided to head home and inherit the family fortune because fishing is where it's at, right? Just as he video chatted with his parents, the signal cut, chaos erupted, and everyone rushed to the big screen. Turns out the alien bug race raided Earth, killing millions instantly, including Rick's parents. Now his girlfriend's gone. Gee, what a day. Jobless and homeless, furious Rick decided to rejoin the army, ticking off Earth Federation's higher-ups. The Galactic Grand Marshal instantly declared war on the bugs, dispatching 100,000 elite troops on spaceships to fight them. Globally, everyone was fired up, kids using cockroaches to vent. Humanity was confident in the war, the enemies were just low IQ bugs. Before the expedition, Rick surprisingly met Carmen, an awkward reunion of ex-lovers. A touching reunion turned to an emotional dumpster fire due to Sander. Rick then realized Carmen chose the better officer. And he was just a soldier. Rick felt wronged. Sander, with Carmen, mocked him, making Rick snap and punch. Luckily, battle looming, Dietz persuaded Rick, saying it wasn't worth it. Carmen stood between, not bothering to referee. In the end, she sided with Sander and wrapped up things with Rick. What was supposed to be a comeback turned into the ship arriving at Bug Planet. The Federation sent armed forces into Bug territory. 100,000 elites boarded, and the commander ordered, exterminate all bugs. The soldiers were pumped and ready to deliver the final blow, heading towards the bugs, aiming for what they deemed their own sun. This battle between humans and bugs was about to start, but they didn't know they were walking into a meticulously planned trap. Outside the bug mother planet, human warships were slowly approaching, with countless transport ships landing, looking like a postal delivery service. Soldiers scrambled to dodge bug attacks, while folks on the ships were chilling, as they figured the bugs' attacks couldn't penetrate the carrier's defense systems. Suddenly, one warship went boom, shattering a piece, and the captain realized the intel department clearly flubbed it. But by then, the fleet was already within bug firing range, with thousands of flying ships in deep trouble, frantically dodging left and right. Seeing this, the mechanized infantry had to act, otherwise their cruisers would be toast to no escaping this time, folks. Luckily, like every long-range weapon, the electric bugs had one major flaw: they were completely defenseless while firing. But soon, the mechanized infantry was attacked. Warrior bugs struck. Soldiers fired in panic, to no avail. The warrior bugs charged at the mag ninjas on caffeine, using their 4 front legs like deadly blades until they finally crumbled under heavy However, thousands of warrior bugs were waiting in the wings, catching soldiers off guard. Now that was a real bug party. The bugs vowed to keep invaders at bay. Rick ordered the attack. One female soldier fled in fear, but couldn't escape her fate. Next second, she was dragged into a hole by a warrior bug. Killing one was no picnic. Humanity's soldiers were getting wrecked, thinking they were here to take down bugs, but it turned into a bug slaughter real quick, with heavy casualties. Soldiers fought while retreating, some fleeing for life. A dedicated reporter covered it live unnoticed. A warrior bug picked him up. A more dedicated cameraman filmed everything. Rick yelled for him to flee. Sadly, they underestimated the bug's speed. In no time, they were surrounded again, and teammates could only futilely. In a blink, they were flattened, and Rick was screaming and shooting with fury to cover the retreating teammates. The dedicated cameraman got hit by a bug in battle, enraging Rick. Desperate, he fired all bullets and took it down, but got squashed in return. Rick lost a leg, no way to escape, and soon fell right into the bug's clutches, left to fight for his. In the end, fate was uncertain. This battle caused horrific casualties, with 100,000 troops wiped out in under an hour. Due to poor decisions, the Federation Marshal resigned, bringing in a radical new commander who announced a new strategy. They finally figured out they needed to learn more about the bugs to win. Back in space, a ragtag fleet of damaged ships was limping back to base like a bad sit. The screen flashed the rising death toll, hitting 300,000. Carmen scoured the list for Rick's name and found it glaringly present. Carmen was heartbroken, unable to accept it. Little did she know Rick was just in coup, alive. With a huge wound on his thigh, Dietz found Rick alive and was thrilled, waving the death report. He excitedly shouted at Rick, "Hey bro, you're dead. We're joining the tough squad." Then he left. Seeming to suddenly think of it, Dietz turned to kiss Rick through the glass, lasting 5 seconds. Perhaps this is what man love is. After healing, Rick and his old squad formed a new unit, surprisingly led by his high school teacher, Rai. Their lives were saved by Rai, who had quite a reputation in the army. Everyone called him the tough guy leader. The unit he led was the deadliest, and learning from experience, the Supreme Commander issued new attack orders. They were set to dive back into the bug core territory to take on the bug swarms, starting with carpet bombing from bombers. Nuclear bombs first, bullets saved for later. Ground troops clean up and hunt to earth bugs. They quickly spotted a bug nest, with 3 bugs bursting out like toddlers defending their candy stash, clearly wanting to keep them away. Rick wasn't playing around. He grabbed a nuke and fired it straight at them, vaporizing a bug nest 5 miles wide in an instant. Talk about precision. The soldiers quickly surrounded the remaining bugs, giving them no escape route, but suddenly the ground shook violently beneath them. A 3.5-ton giant dung beetle emerged from underground, scaring soldiers away. It spewed a corrosive, flammable liquid. The outcome of this battle was shrouded in mystery, leaving everyone scratching their heads. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more outlandish adventures.